address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue, better known as Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC North. It's the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go from Green Bay. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. The #1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
So although his rookie season didn't go exactly according to plan, the best thing that happened, Mike, was he started all 17 games. And I know there were some ups and some downs. He's got a new regime now, new stability, new head coach. And I think it's going to allow all of his physical talent we saw coming out of college that made Caleb Williams the #1 overall pick. I think it's going to let it shine. Because there is no question, when this guy is in the right system with the right play caller, he is as talented and as productive as any quarterback we've seen come out of the draft in the last couple of years.
The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. It's second down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll be third down. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On fourth down, the Bears send out their second-year man, Torrey Taylor, to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last 2 seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, he's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do 2 things: stay healthy and keep winning.
Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it'll lead to a second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Packers.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A big-time run by Jacobs. 42 yards.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
Jacobs. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
One more time, it's Jacobs. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Crazy. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Running for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
That's complete. It's Odunze. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. That's good.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Bears 1st down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Manungai. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready for their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Bootleg, it's Love. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. He's got a man. That's Watson. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
That's good for a Packers first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
From the gun, it's Love. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here, and he will have a Packers first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
He's going to keep this again, and he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. Go right back to Musgrave. He's got it again. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
It's 4th down.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This one from just under 50 yards. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. Open man downfield is Loveland. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. It's a gain of 43 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chuck play.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. 1st down, Chicago.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Open man left side, that's Zacchaeus. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal. They'll try to run with Swift, and he barrels his way into the end zone. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Bears. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Santos for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bears are on top. It's 14-10.
Bears 14, Packers 10.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. We'll go play action with Love. That's caught downfield. Dobbs. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
That's good.
First time these two have connected this afternoon. And it'll wind up being a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Tyreek Stevenson on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Love. A diving effort there, but he can't reel it in. It's incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. 3rd down coming up.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, Packers.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Emmanuel Wilson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
McManus's kick is good, and the Packers are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. Yeah! And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Oh, looks like he may have been seen for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. Good for a Green Bay first down.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
On the play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
43-yard line.
Love to throw. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
This is 3rd and 6. Here's Love. Open man, left side. He's got it. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Packers.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Love. That's to Dobbs again. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Now Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave.
It's one of those times, Mike, where you're actually better off just throwing the ball away. And yes, it's nice to get that reception, but it really just results in a wasted down.
3rd and 5. Here's Love to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Packers get 3 here late in the 1st half to take the lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bears offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Over the middle, that's Komet. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. In motion, it's Odunze. Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
At the 44-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
At their 49-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throw it again. It's Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Really nice coverage here on 3rd down. They took away all of the outlets the quarterback had. Really left them with no opportunity other than to just throw that ball away. It's going to bring up 4th down.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one, likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Here's Love. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On second down, Love. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion. And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
A second down throw for Love. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
The Bears offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's first and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
We see this so often, they call it sudden change. So they teach defenses, Mike. This is a little predictable here. They teach defenses, if we have to take the field following a turnover or some sort of sudden change situation, expect a deep play, expect a trick play. It's just the way offensive coordinators call plays immediately after taking over the possession. And in this case, the defense was ready for it and falls incomplete.
Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
The Bears sending out their punt team as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. This one will be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and That play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Throwing on second down, Love. This one on target, it's Dobbs. Inside the 10. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 85 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. McManus on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Packers will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9.
14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once again. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Williams. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Williams to throw on second down. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 56 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field,
and he will get into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
On is Santos for the PAT. His kick is good, and the Bears will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Bears 21.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Love to throw on 1st and 10.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers first down as the tackler's made at about the 38-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at their 48-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw is Love. That one reeled in by Golden. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
That complete to Jacobs. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Packers.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. On play action, Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
On 1st and 10, here's Love.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he'll take it on in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and
now it's McManus for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I can promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. That's complete commit with the catch. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
Defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 15. Good for a Bears 1st down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game. On 1st down, they pick up 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Williams. That's to the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burden. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Bears 1st down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Fourth quarter begins on the ground with Swift. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here's Williams. And that is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
A 28-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
In motion goes Dobbs. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jacobs. Has some room inside the 30. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll run with Jacobs. And a good show of force there and gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
From the gun, it's Love. Get this over the middle to Golden. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and This isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one.
No chance at all. He'll go down. Brady Jarrett. He gets into drop it. It's a loss of 8.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
And that is hot in the end zone. He's in. Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Packers. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
24.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Micah Parsons gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and but most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Williams. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He gets this complete to Burton. A big play there on 4th down. Good for an even 20.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. They will run it over center with Swift. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
He'll get this out to Swift. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Over the middle, that's Komet. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Williams hit and loses the football.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
And it comes to 4th and 2. They're going for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Love. That's Dobbs, open left side. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the handoff, this is Jacob. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we got a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 11.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. The Bears go ahead and take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, it's a win for the Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.